Alright guys, we're going to start working through these other bosses. And when possible, I'm going to do all the missions at once. But sometimes, like with this one, it's not entirely realistic to do Rebellion and Evocation at the same time. So for this one, we're going to tackle the harder one. Rebellion is very easy. That's a very large category. Evocation's a little bit trickier, but I'm going to be showing you just like a four-man party to get it done. You can use a friend, you can use a full party, but we're going to get just an evocation clear in with these units. So dealing all the damage will be Roka and Tyvis. Dark Fianna for support, she is an evocation unit. And then Lena as a breaker. The breaker is probably the hardest thing in the category because I think Lena and Ferris are the only two, and neither one is that great. But Lena does have 88 breaks, which we're going to do on turn 1. Fina will do Dark Resist. We're going to do a killer buff with Let's Settle This Now, which is actually nice because it is human and fairy, which is the two we need. And then we're going to go ahead and imbue darkness to Tyvis, just so that he can elemental chain with Roka, even though it's going to nerf his damage a little bit. Tyvis will do elemental burst light. No one could stand against, and then literally doesn't matter what else. Roka will, in the base form, Roka will do elemental burst. We'll do her field, and then we'll do her focus ability. I'll show you. So there's going to be 2 physical attacks on turn 1. A blind, silence, and confusion attack, as well as some single target charm, and then AoE light magic damage. Maybe dark damage as well. I don't remember. I think he does light and dark. In any case, as long as you've got a decent break, you should be fine. Notice we had no mitigation whatsoever, no mirage. All we had was an 88 break, and we're okay. So this turn, we'll go ahead and use Dark Fianna's LB for the modifier buff. We could wait for the, not the modifier buff, the stat buff and all that. Now, we could wait for the SLB on turn 3, but honestly speaking, it's not necessary. So we're going to shift Roka on this turn and do her shifted LB, and we're going to chain it with Tyvis. And there you go. That should be the end of Dark Nike on turn 1. Now, if you don't have both Roka and Fina, or Roka and Tyvis, grab a friend. Hopefully some friends will start setting some units for this. But again, we did use only a 4-man party. You can use as many as 6. The important thing is just break the boss, a little bit of light and dark resist, and some status immunity. So, there's the breakdown. Like I said, by giving Tyvis Dark Element, it did nerf his damage some. It didn't matter. Maybe that wasn't really necessary. And I'll go back into Rebellion off camera. That one's going to be incredibly easy. Just bring, lightning and whatever. People usually ask, I should have shown you during the clear, some gear. I went a little bit overboard on the support units, so I made them, super immune to light and dark, status immunity, all that. We're passive provoke evading with Dark Fianna. Honestly, it's not even that important. You just want your provoker, to be charm immunity. We're getting it from Super Ribbon. You could also use things like, Tifa's STMR. There's a lot of ways to get charm immunity. She might even be charm immune naturally. I don't even know. Lena in the shift form, again, I went overboard. I geared her full evasion, some Esper fill. We don't need all that, but whatever. All that matters is her break. Turn 1, 88% break. If you don't have EX2, you can use turn 1. You can use a breaker materia, and then gear her for LB fill and all that. Or you could use Ferris. We didn't use the base form of type. We started in the shift form. Here's the gear. He's naturally immune to blind and confused, so that's good. We gave him a little bit of dark resist. Honestly, probably not that important. Whatever, doesn't matter. And then Roka. Base form was wearing some resistances. Shift form was geared for damage, and there's the setup. And both her and Tyvis are maxed out on Human Killer. Alright, so I'm gonna be a little bit quicker about showing the gear for the future bosses. I'll just quickly go through it. Anyway, let's go to the next boss. Alright guys, next up we're going to be going to Dark AT, and I used the same team on Dark Nike. So for this one, the missions are Rebellion category, It looks like they have removed the Chaos Bringer category or the Harbinger of Chaos category. Not sure why they did that. But we're just going to grab a Rebellion Lightning, and we're going to go with a very classic Rebellion party. Not much surprising here. Lightning to deal the damage, Vanille and Saz for the support, Celeste just to do some like mitigations, and then what's his name? Sid range, like for support damage. Honestly, it's going to be a lot less than Lightning, but you know, whatever. Okay, so for this one, completely honest, I don't entirely know what he does. So we're going to fire, imbue, Reigns. We're going to put me behind the wheel. And then it really doesn't matter what else we do, honestly. So we'll just, you know, whatever. Vanille is going to short circuit, Quaking Engine, Fisher Field. Sid Reigns will do, let's do defensive formation. I'll set you free and Smashing Blade. Celeste can just LB on turn 1. And we'll have the Lightnings do their setup. So, Whole World is against us. Is that the right one? It is. Whole World is against us. Burst. And whatever Imperilga. Other one can, hopefully they're geared in the shift. I didn't even check. Hopefully they geared the shift for him. Whole World is against us. Lightning Imbue. And, I don't know, Tanking Shield. Whatever. Anyway, we're going to hope the friend is geared. They have more hit points than me, if they probably are. Alright, so I don't think the boss does anything too bad. We're like, oh god, did he dispel us? Did he really just dispel us? Oh my god, why? Why, game? Oh, why do they do this to me? Let's go back in here. Why do they love Dispel so much? I don't get it. I don't get why they're obsessed with Dispels in this game. Alright, so in that case, we're going to just short circuit. We're going to guard you. We're going to guard you. I mean, you'll just do stuff. Whatever. Guard you, guard you. Okay, so we'll set up on turn 2. Yeah, I didn't look up the AI for this boss. I just figured I'd wing it, and that's what you get when you try to wing it. You get dispelled. Alright, let's try that again. Set you free. Defensive formation. I forgot what else I did. We'll do defense. No, we're not going to do that. What else are we going to do? I don't know. Smashing Blade, I believe it was. Saz will fire, imbue, Reigns, put me behind the wheel, and then who cares? Vanille will short circuit, Quaking Fisher. Celeste will LB here. In case we don't kill it, we probably will. Lightning will that, and I don't care. Other Lightning will that, and that. Alright. Please don't dispel twice in a row. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, wait. LB Steve's still going. Oh, he's still going. You. No way. No way. No way. He really dispelled me again. He really dispelled me again. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. It's not even going to matter. Vanille will... this is hilarious. What am I even going to do here? Thunder Herald, the 3 DPS. Celeste. I don't know. We're going to wing it. Because I didn't expect to be dispelled every single turn. Hopefully we don't die. The boss is not really like doing anything other than being incredibly irritating. We lost Vanille. No deaths is not a mission. We don't care. We don't care. I don't know what we're doing now. I guess we'll fill LB. We will How I Live this and this. And you will How I Live that and that. I don't know. I guess we can LBU. I don't really know what we're doing. Yeah, we're just pushing stuff. Oh, hey, he's dying. Kind of. Maybe I should have just chained right there. Graviga? That's fun. Alright, so this is definitely the best guide ever when you go in unprepared. But, as you can see, it's really not mattering. Okay, we got it. So, 5 turns or less. Success! The boss dispels on turn 1 and turn 2. I didn't realize that. So now we know. Anyway, as far as the gear goes, I mean, it's just generic DPS gear. There's nothing special here. The tank is immune to everything, passive provoking. Everyone else is wearing DPS gear. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes showing the gear in every single fight. It's just gear. Very, very generic gear. So here we go. For the last LB, I was stuck in the base form because I started turn 1 shifted, the friend didn't. So they got a lot more damage than I did. That's not a fair comparison, but whatever. Whatever. Got all missions done. I don't know. Let's go to the next one. Alright guys, we're now going to the next one. So for this one, the missions are Royal Arms and Gathering. I did try to do both at once, but the only crossover DPS units that kind of matter for that combination is like Sabin. And obviously Sabin is nowhere near enough to do it. So we're going to be doing just one category. And we're not going to take a friend. So we're going to be using Gathering for this party. Now keep in mind, Richt is a Gathering unit. And if you use Richt, he's very strong. He'll just knock it out pretty much by himself. But in order to mix it up a little bit, we're going to go with Locke, because I got him off banner, and he's been in the Shard Dungeon for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever, and it's time to use him. So let's give it a go. So once again, this one uses Dispel. So because of that, we're going to just like hang out. So Lena's going to field, Gloof will guard, Locke will... I guess Locke can unlock his Steel Energy. Creel can do Protectga and Shelga, and Ash can LB to break the boss and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, for the most part, we're going to be just waiting until after the Dispel to set up. So the Dispel is on turn 2. So we will... You know, I forgot to give Lena the Pause of Prosperity. I was going to do that and I forgot. Whatever. So... King of Galoof Bow will do whatever. Then we'll do Dawn Tactics and Venerable King's Majesty for the big breaks. Locke can now do his unlocked Steel Energy. That's going to give us Mirage. Creel can just repeat. And Ash can, I guess, cover, provoke, and whatever. Okay. So this turn, the boss is going to Dispel Odds. Yeah, we have stat breaks. If you got Pause of Prosperity, stick it on Lena. I meant to do that before the recording, but I forgot. It's not going to matter, honestly. Okay, so we got Dispelled. Now we're going to get set up for killing next turn. So we're going to have Galoof do Elemental Burst Fire. We're going to do Championing Hope. And then doesn't matter what else he does. Lena is going to... I guess we can do Needles, because why not? Creel is going to do her LB this turn. That's going to be LB buff, mitigations, all that kind of stuff. Locke is going to do... Let's see. We're going to do Rachel's Last Words, Elemental Burst Fire, and then Forever Rachel. That's going to re-raise Ash, who is going to die here. So we're going to cover, provoke, and Shelga with Ash. There's some strong single-target physicals this turn that Ash is going to provoke, and she'll just re-raise thanks to Locke. And if you don't have Lock, like I said, you can use Richt. Okay, now it is time to kill the boss. Before we do that, Creel will do Plant Slayer and single target Plant Killer on Lock. Galoof will shift it LB. Now we're going to shift the Lena and do her triple Absolute Mirror of Equity to chain with Galoof. And then Lock is going to, you know, is he non-elemental or not? He's fire, so he's good. And then Lock's gonna SLB, and we'll go ahead and chain that up. And that should be the end of it. Lock's LB is only a 5-hitter, but it weaves into Absolute Mirror pretty well, as you can see. So, there was our gathering clear. Now we're going to go back later and do I'm not going to record it though, but we'll do a Royal Arms clear. There's a boss later on that has Royal Arms for a category. I'm going to show a Royal Arms on that team as well. And in the teams I show, you can mix and match to all the bosses. So, there you go. Lock does it all, Galoof does decent, and then the rest are supporting cast. We didn't use a friend. Obviously, you can grab a friend. So, I'm going to go back, build a Royal Arms category, clear that, but I'm going to record a Royal Arms category on, I think it's Dark Medusa. Anyway, one of the upcomings will be Royal Arms. See you in a moment. Alright guys, next up is going to be Dark Ficundurious something or other. For this one, the missions are Crystals and Evocation. Now, unfortunately, there's very little overlap between Crystal and Evocation, so a dedicated all-mission party would be really hard to pull off. So we're going to do Crystals for this one. So we're going to grab a Richt. Richt can carry either a Crystals or a Gathering party. For this one, it's going to be Crystals. So leader is going to be Ace for the Crystal party. We're going to use Elena to tank, Fina to light support, and then Cornelius, or Princess of Cornelia, will be our Aqua Killer. So for this one, it's a little bit irritating because he does like 3 turns or 4 turns of Mighty Guard. So we're going to burst on turn 1, and then we're going to like just sit here for a few turns. So what we're going to do, Ace on this turn will just set us up. We're going to end Leitka with Ace, and then we'll just do Mirage. So Fina the Return will do her LB on turn 1. Cornelia can give us Aqua Killer to both the DPS. Elena can, let's see here, we're going to cover, we're going to Shelga, and we're going to attack and magic break. The defense break will be handled by Richt's LB. So we're going to do some damage on turn 1. It's not going to be a ton, but it's going to be enough just to get us started. That's fine. It doesn't really matter how much damage we deal, completely honest, as long as we deal some damage on turn 1. And we're going to kill on turn 5, because there's the Mighty Guard that is undispellable. And the boss will dispel you on thresholds. Keep in mind of that, so don't push the threshold of the turn before you're ready to burst. So yeah, the boss does a 75% dispel, 50%, etc. So if you're bursting and getting the boss like really close to 75 or 50, make sure you don't cross that threshold the turn you're buffing up to burst, which for us is going to be on turn 4. Anyway, we did get dispelled, so we're going to now go ahead and Shelga. We can provoke and cover with you. One of the Ricks can just use Radiant Protection. You can guard. Ace, you can do Imbue and Mirage for the party. Cornelia, we're going to do Stop Immunity. The boss does Stop, by the way. And then Fina can do Shell, Protect, and Imbue for you as well. So yeah, this Mighty Guard is undispellable, and obviously we can't bring Kaito to a Crystal party. So we're going to be just waiting till turn 5 when we can finish this guy off with all our fully powered buffs, amplifies, all that kind of fun stuff. So again, we just kind of reload here. We'll just use Fina for the field, and then we'll just like reload all this, You'll guard or whatever. Okay. And then turn 4, we're going to get set up for bursting. Remember, we did use Stop Immunity. In my earlier attempt, I didn't realize the boss did Stop, and then on turn 5, I'm like, why is everyone stopped? Well, everyone that's not immune. But, you know, it kind of messed me up. Anyway, turn 4, we're going to get ready for killing. So let's go ahead and Mirage. Let's Imbue. Let's 150 amplify, and let's focus with let's make this count. Rix will do, let's do luminous. This one can radiant, then we can hope. Remember, you don't want to cross the threshold on the setup turn. This one can luminous, hope, and then kind of whatever. Cornelia can do, let's do Aqua Killer again. Aqua Killer on Richt, and then Aqua Killer on Richt. Athena the Return can SLB this round, and then Elena can just kind of, sort of, whatever. Oh, be careful, be careful. Don't push the boss to 50. Of course, we're far from 50. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So if you had bursted on turn 1 and got the boss to like 77 and then just sat there for a few turns, and then you did your amplifies and all, you might accidentally cross 75 and cause it to spell. You don't want to do that. Anyway, it is now time to kill the boss. So before we do, we'll just use Cornelia. You know what? There's really no point to do this. Yeah, we can actually just give Aqua Killer to Ace. Once again, we're not immune to breaks. I keep forgetting to put Pause of Prosperity on a team member for this kind of stuff. But whatever. Anyhow, there is our SLB from Ace, as well as... I'm not going to show you the gear. The gear is whatever. Like I said, killers. The boss is aquatic. So gear your party for aquatic killer. And we do have Lakshmi on Sarah to give us stop immunity. I guess you could also use that new material from Clash of Wills, Warrior's Bulwark or something. I'm not sure the exact name. It gives you stop immunity on a click. There you go. Richt carries it, but Ace leads it. So, okay, let's pop over to the next one. I will go back for evocation in a moment. Real quick, guys, as a follow-up before I go into that and get my evocation clear, here's the team I'm going to use. I'm not going to record it, but for those of you that ask who's going to tank for the evocation party, Diverti is a magical tank for evocation. So that's who I'm going to tank with, and I'm going to take the previous team that I used earlier in the video. I showed you how the team works. I'm going to do the exact same thing, get a quick clear in, so see you for the next boss. Alright guys, next up is going to be Dark Medusa. For this one, it's Crystals or Gathering. So we're going to just jump back to the Gathering party. I can't find the Lock friend, so we're going to just grab a Richt friend and stick him on the Gathering party. And you know, I forgot to adjust killers. So real quick, we need Demon Killer. He needs 100 more, and just how much does he need? Let's just check real quick. Demon Killer. They both need 100 Demon Killer, which is pretty easy to fix. We'll do this right here. Force Mysterian. And you just need, we don't need this anymore. So Force Mysterian. Yep. Same exact party. We're literally just swapping the killers around, and we are good to go. Let's give it a try. So this is our first attempt. If you're seeing this, the first attempt worked. If you're not seeing it, I deleted the failure. So let's give it a go and see how this works out. So I don't know what the boss does. I could look up AI and all, but it's simpler to just do it instead of trying to look up the AI first. So we're going to go for a turn, oh my god, my SLB is only turn 4. Well, we're going to go for a turn 4 burst, but we're going to do like a turn 3 and a turn 4 burst. So let's get some breaks and stuff. How long does this last? 3 turn duration, of course. So we'll do your real burst later. Let's do, oh my god. I messed that up. I overwrote my field. Whoopsie, my bad. Oh well. Wait, and we don't want to be. I guess we're going fire. We're mixing. I don't know. Rachel's last words is a 3-turn duration. Everything's 3-turn duration. So irritating. Steel energy. Phoenix Ray. So I guess we're not really bursting with you, are we? Let's radiant. We're still going to luminous with you no matter what. And we'll do that. Ihana, let's do immunity buff. Let's have Ihana do Veil, Bubble, and I don't know. Okay, I guess she can't do Shelga. Let's Bubble herself, and then Ash can... You know, Ash is... I don't know. Yeah, like I said, first attempt. We're just figuring this out as we go. I can't believe I overwrote Galoof's better feel with stupid Lena's. I can't believe I did that. Alright, so the first turn didn't really do anything. We'll do an LB with you. Oh my god, Ash is charmed. Ash is charmed. Okay, so lesson learned, you need charm immunity for your tank. We don't have a tank right now. That's okay. Or is it? Let's just burst. Let's just do some bursting. It's not going to be the what we want. Oh my god, Lena, you're gonna. I didn't plan this out. I didn't plan this out as well as I could have. Oh hey. Oh wow, that's without the amplifiers or anything. So I could have done the amps and killed on turn 2. I didn't think of that. But I wouldn't doubt we get dispelled here. Galoof does not like whatever's happening right now, but he's fine. Alright, let's Elemental Fire, let's refill LB gauge, and Championing Hope. Lena is going to guard because she's literally naked in the shift form. I wasn't planning for her to be alive or doing this 2 turns in a row. So we'll do that. Lock will Mirage the party. We will Rachel's last words and amplify. And Ihana will double Demon Rune on these 2. Okay. So we're going to hope that nothing bad happens while our tank is still charmed. Okay, Galoof is not loving that mortar attack. Yeah, he died. Whatever. So Galoof, you'll just like burst with no buffs, and we'll just, you know, cry about it. Let's go ahead and do this, and we can get carried by Locke. Question mark. Ash is still charmed. Yeah, this is like the best clear ever, where everything's going wrong, and I don't really care. Because we still won. Yeah. First try. Now, normally I would delete that video and go back with a cleaned up clear, but there's like 6 bosses going on here, and I want to move it along. So we're going to keep this in. That's going to be the clear for Medusa. Yeah, have fun with it. I mean, overall, the boss wasn't that hard, other than killing Galoof. So the boss did like a... I guess if the tank wasn't charmed the whole fight, we could have had cover. Galoof wouldn't have died. Yeah, big sad face on Galoof. But it was carried by Locke, so there you go. Hopefully you've got a Locke friend to carry it for you. But there it is. That's 2 out of 3. And we can do it again with crystals, but I'm going to do that one off camera because I already showed the crystal clear. So see you for the final boss in a moment. Alright guys, just a real quick addition. As you can see, here is the Medusa clear on turn 2 with a Crystal Party. Crystal Party worked totally fine. I did it on turn 2. We set up on turn 1, we burst on turn 2, the boss died with Richt. Anyway, let me set up for the Dark Dragon. So, yeah, Richt carries the Dark Medusa. See you in a second for the Dark Dragon. Alright guys, for this last one, I'm a little tired of these bosses at this point. Shouldn't have done them all at one time. It's a royal category, so we're going to just grab like a big Noctis, and we're going to go and try to kill it on turn 2. I'm not even going to bother finish gearing the party. I'm going to assume we can kill it on turn 2. Question mark. Let's find out. So, we're going to have... Prompto is going to... Let's see here. He's going to field, deteriorate, and we haven't even reached our prime. That sounds good to me. Rosa is going to, you know what? I don't know yet. Ridar is going to Shelga. Let's Omnicover. Where's his Omnicover? And then we're going to... I don't know. I don't know. Wind Resist. Who knows? Rosa will... I don't think we're going to need Protect Ga. We're going to Protect Ga anyway, and we're going to Dragon Killer on Tyvis. Noctis is going to amplify Ruler's Might, and it ends now. Tyvis is going to amplify Modifier Buff and end Lightka. Noctis is going to amplify Ruler's Might, and it ends now. And we're going to see if our literally naked Ridar can tank this turn 1, because I didn't gear him. Apparently Omnicarper is very strong. So I can either use the field or I can just DPS with Prompto. I think his damage is worth more than the field. I could be very wrong here. We're about to find out as Rosa does Dragon's Bane on Noctis and Noctis. And Ridar can triple Absolute Mirror of Equity to chain with our Prompto. And did I waste my time, or did I save time by not doing any setup? I saved time. Yeah, so basically a half-naked team, but the DPS are geared. But Rosa and all that, naked. Ridar, literally naked. It didn't matter. Anyway, there's a Royal Clear on the final boss. Now, as far as the 6-man boss rush, looking for a budget run, I will come back to that later. I need a break. I've been at this for way too long. Yeah, it worked fine. Sad face on Prompto. Anyway, real quick, at the end of the video, we're not going to use these tickets because the video is already going to be very too long. I'm going to use the tickets. If I get anything exciting, I'll tell you later. Anyway, there is the 6 bosses. I showed you all the different various teams you want. You can bring the same team to all the bosses, just swap the killers around. It works totally fine. So there it is. See you soon.